Okay, ready? Hey guys, welcome to the Siske Dreamstate, the Venus Touch production. Today we are speaking to these lovely ladies who are going to be part of this amazing project. We've got Louise, aka Star Girly.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. We've got Chloe, aka Chloe C.
Hola.
And we have Julianne, aka Jules.
Hello.
Welcome, ladies. I'm so appreciative for you joining me on this project and helping not only my vision come to fruition, but also a vision for you guys, and also showing what women can do when we come together in a collective way and empower others. Cool. So I'm going to get straight into it. And I'm going to start to my left. There's no one to my right.
To
the left. And Jules, I'm going to start with you. So your question is, please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. A bit about myself. The fun stuff. I am a person who I love life. I chase the fun things in life. But not at the expense of, my future. I've learnt definitely over the last decade to do more of the things that I enjoy. A lot of that is dancing and music, hence loving the company of everybody present and beautiful things. Why I do what I do? A whole bunch of reasons. But in short, what I do is in my business, I am a wellbeing coach. I'm a wellbeing leadership coach and trainer. So I work a lot with leaders and businesses, helping people to support themselves and their staff better. Yeah. And the reason I do that, again, a bunch of reasons, but I've been through my own health challenges, particularly over the last decade, inclusive of burnout, marriage breakdown, breast cancer, all of that kind of thing. And those things really kind of forced me actually to step out of my comfort zone and to go do the things that I love and that energize me, because I didn't have energy to waste on the things that didn't. And the end all goal of all of that, I call it the uprising, as per a conversation that we had once. I feel that when we each deal with our gumph that we carry around, we're more present, we provide a safer, more welcoming space for those around us.
Definitely.
We don't spread that gumph. And I feel as though that personal act of taking care of our well-being, when we do that individually and it becomes a collective, it becomes an uprising against all of the negativity and judgment that's in the world at the moment. So cut that as short as I could, but long answer to a short question.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Would you like me to repeat the question?
Just introducing myself. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay, cool.
So Cloacy is a relatively new project, only a few months old. Traditionally, I am a dance teacher, and for past 5 years, I've really helped women embody themselves, become more authentic, really learn to love themselves. And now I want to delve more into music and vibration and frequency and kind of learn all about that. And then eventually the long-term goal is to bring that all together to kind of like yourself, Naz, really bring that whole experience into life. My goal, my underlying goal my whole life is to help people see their magic, both outside themselves and within themselves, because we only get to be here once, right? So you want to find that joy, and there's so much wealth in following your joy, and there's a lot of wealth in your body and accessing that. I think one of the fastest ways to do that is through music. I think anyone in the world will agree, like, music is powerful. It can change your state, and movement to music is where, like, the magic really happens. So, kind of similar to everyone here, I'm going to assume, because we're all here for a reason. But, yeah, that's a shortened version of where it is.
That's amazing. Okay, thank you. I did also notice that you put Sound Alchemist on your bio.
Yep, I'm manifesting it.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. All right, Louise.
Okay, here we go. I'm a lifelong learner, but when I was younger, I was really shy.
Yeah.
and I was too shy to actually express myself creatively. I went into education. I've been an educator.
Yeah.
So I've inspired and educated people around the world, actually.
Yeah.
Japan, London, and Australia.
Wow.
But I haven't really delved into my creative side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's me going back to my creative side.
Yeah.
So I was involved in dancing,
Mm.
pushed through the barriers of thinking I wasn't good enough to do that.
Yeah.
I've raised kids. I've been divorced and lived through toxic relationships.
Mm.
And now I'm in my era of non-ashamedly being a woman.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
so being with creative people,
Mm.
styling, dancing,
Yeah.
makeup, and not having any excuses for being a woman. So I love teaming up with creative people,
Yeah.
whether it's modeling,
Yeah.
musicians,
Mm.
and just inspiring people to do the best they can with what they have,
Wow.
not having any excuses about it.
Definitely. I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Those were amazing answers. I'm actually mind blown by that.
This is really cool, I think, actually, because we all know each other. And this is the first time I've gotten to hear your stories and your purposes.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to come back to you. All right. Your next question is, what inspired you of all paths to take the one you took?
I was kind of forced into it. Look, I think I had definitely been querying my career path probably for 20 years. I felt as though I worked in workers' compensation, injury management, and there was a lot that I loved about it, but I felt that I had kind of fallen into it because of where I was living at the time. And because I felt that I hadn't had that choice, I was never really quite satisfied with it. And moving back to Perth about a decade ago gave me more career opportunities and more of a chance to sit down and look at what it actually was about it, what my values were, who I am, what I got out of it. And then I think shortly after that were the various life challenges that again forced me to go within. And, when you get to sit back and cherry pick the things that really bring you to life and that you can actually see bring other people to life. So many of my favourite moments have been, I think, similar to what we're all saying here, is when you see the light switch on in somebody else's eyes. Ooh. So
it's a rush.
It really is. It really is. And so I stepped into the business, but I was playing it safe. And I was trying to work and do the business. And then when illness made that too difficult for me to juggle, the universe kind of forced my hand. And it's been an amazing ride ever since. I'm incredibly grateful for it.
It's amazing how the universe has a way of pushing you in the direction that you need to go in.
Exactly. Because I've always said, and I feel like such a hypocrite now, I've always been like, if there's something you need to change, the universe will be like, poke, poke. And then if you don't pay attention, it'll be like, punch, punch. And eventually like slap upside the head and truck runs you over. And I thought I was doing all the things. Apparently not. Apparently
and
not
just
at all.
like that, Dark Night of the Soul.
Exactly. And
How
look
did
where
I
we
get
are
here?
now.
Awesome.
Totally.
Okay, cool. All right.
Totally.
And just with that, getting into it, what was it, or when was that moment when you knew that okay, it's time for me to do what I'm doing?
Okay, it was actually in the middle of my breast cancer treatment, and I had looked for a long time at whether or not to further my psychology studies. For a long time I'd wanted to become a clin psych or an organisational psychologist. And at that time I was in my very late 40s and I didn't want to spend that many years, and I realised that maybe being in that really heavy treatment space wasn't for me. And it was more this space of helping people to really step into who they are.
I see.
And I've just lost sight of the question for a split second. Oh, that's right. And so I decided that I wanted to do some life coaching training.
True.
It took a long time to look at it. And I found a course that I felt lent really nicely on the psychological principles and evidence basis that was really important to me. And as a part of doing that training, I, of course, was taken through life coaching processes. And those things really helped me to break down so many of the unhelpful things and personal beliefs and standards I was holding to myself that I realised weren't actually mine. And at a time when I was really about as broken down as I've ever been, it helped me to consciously rebuild and identify the things that actually were really important in life. So, it was really that. It was like, okay, this is the thing. This is what I want for me. And when I felt that shift in myself, and that even at a time when, and I say this in other stories, when, I was so used to being the Jules that had all this energy and was this vivacious, outgoing person, and I felt I'd lost her. At a time when I had probably only this much energy, because I discovered those things that were so important to me, I was able to target that limited energy to hit those things and still live a fulfilling, happy life. And that was the thing for me. I want to do that for others.
I feel that. That's powerful.
It was. It was pretty amazing.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, Chloe, I'm going to repeat the question for you.
Yes, because I was so enamored. I forgot what we're talking about.
I got up in storytelling. I'm like, where were
we? All right, here we go. What inspired you of all paths to take the one you took?
I'm going to be honest. I live in a very Delulu land, have since I was a kid. I was very shy, always in my head, always just observing my surroundings, and I just tend to naturally enhance, and I don't mean this to sound conceited, but naturally enhance the energy around me. And I feel like most of the things in my life have, even though I'm a very intentional person, most of the things that lead me to where I need to go have all been by complete accident. But I think what inspired me to actually take a step with intention was actually that I was offered the opportunity to become a dance teacher multiple times, and I never felt like I was good enough, so I was always saying no. And then this one time, it's like I didn't have an option. And I always thank the community around me at that moment, because they didn't give me the option to say no. And then COVID hit. And then I had to decide whether or not I really wanted this, because it wasn't the easiest time to start a business, especially dance, because it's all in person. So I think that was probably a turning moment as well. I was actually just graduated to become a health coach. And through that process, very similar to yourself, you do a lot of introspection. You play a lot with yourself and what's good for you, what's not good for you. And the clients I had, I think they're all just divinely led to me to kind of reflect back to myself what I needed to hear. And through their experience, you can't tell them I'm going through that too, but it's just, it's uncanny sometimes. So you learn so much through what's going on. And that's really shaped, I guess, my business is that constant observation of people and feeling into their needs, especially in a dance classroom. Just looking at posture and people's energy, like everyone's, when they first start something, are so nervous. So just constantly maneuvering things to suit them, but also myself, because that's a big thing in business as well. When you first start, you're always trying to do the best for everyone else, but it gets to a point where is this sustainable for me? So I feel like that's where I'm at right now. I've been doing this for 5 years. How do I make this sustainable for me long term? Because things are real, like burnout and all that, and you want to give the best of yourself to people. So just finding that balance.
That's also why it is, as we know, the feminine energy is healing. And that's why it's important to be tapped into that energy, or just have a flow with it, because that's when you do get to reset and come home. And really know why you're doing what you're doing. Because as much as the hustle thing is like a very masculine thing, like get up, go do it, whatever. The energy that truly stays with you is the feminine energy, because that's the grounding, the calming, the nurturing, and I get that.
That intrinsic motivation.
I also feel like the feminine is sometimes hearing what you don't want to hear, and like the rage, and there's a lot of power behind that as well. And yeah, I've found through doing this and taking that step that I'm a natural leader, and I would never expect anyone to go where I haven't go. So I go deep.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Gotta
that,
go
and that
deep.
self-care and that balance is, you know, we talk about it like an oxygen mask, right?
Yeah.
We can't do that for others or tell other people to do that for themselves if, you know,
we can't do it for
first.
yourself. Yeah.
Nothing
exactly.
to give otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you.
No way.
All right, Louise, you're back up to the plate. Would you like me to read it again?
No, I've got the question in my head. I'm just thinking, where should I start?
Start anywhere.
Should I start right many years ago? Because there's many parts of the
Yeah,
journey.
where you feel.
So many years ago, I read a book on Japan, on a farm in Kushiro, Hokkaido, Japan. And I wrote to these people, and they said they'd love to take me, but they couldn't offer me the full-time visa, full-time work. So I persisted, and I ended up in Hokkaido, Japan.
Yeah.
And I thought, why am I here? It's snowing, it's winter, it's cold, it's completely against anything that I want, and it's a real challenge. I didn't know any Japanese. But I persisted through, and what that taught me, that experience, was gaman. And gaman is persistence and endurance. And so this is a long back story, and then many things happen since that period. But I always remember that time and how I pushed through, and I had gaman. And one of the principals said to me at one stage, "You are Japanese." And that was a real honour to be called Japanese as a foreigner living there for 1 year, to be accepted. So I use that gaman and endurance for anything I do, any challenges that come in my life, anyone that says I'm not good enough, anyone that says or doesn't believe in me.
Yeah.
So the short story is, about a year ago, I got out of a toxic relationship, and I decided to find myself again. And so after I let that toxicity go, when you let the negative energy go from your life, all of a sudden the universe starts to help you. It pokes you, it prods you, it punches you, and it slaps you in a very gentle, nurturing way. And I just kept meeting more and more creative people that started to help me back on my journey. And I found I had skills I didn't even know I had. And then I was able to help more and more people. So, yeah, that's where the journey started, I think, about September, short story, last year. And I'm just enjoying it more and more and more, and wanting to help more and more people now.
True. And with the modeling, how did that come about for you? What made you say that, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot?
Okay, so I was very camera shy and thought, this is ridiculous. So that story about Japan, I was afraid of standing in front of people, and I pushed through. No, I'm going to do it. I mean, I had panic sweats, physical panic sweats, cotton wool mouth. So I pushed through. No, I'm going to do this. So with the modelling, it was again, I hated the camera. If anyone took out a camera, keep it away from me. I was like, no. I couldn't accept myself on screen. So someone reached out to me, and they wanted someone to do some amateur modelling for them. And, you know, we met in Hyde Park, and I thought, okay, let's have a go. And I went, you know what, I'm going to try this. So I think that was about 3 years ago. And we did an amazing shoot down at Trig Beach in 30 minutes in really extreme wind conditions. And of course, I said, no, we're doing it.
Crash course modelling 101.
And it was really good. And I let them sit there and met a few other photographers. I met someone from New York who was in Melbourne. And started believing more and more in myself, but these people I was meeting. And I kept meeting more photographers. And just like you say, the universe introduces you to the people that you need to meet along your journey. But I wasn't really doing it. I wasn't believing it. And then I changed my profile to say model at the beginning of this year, and all of a sudden I became a model.
I got chills.
Wow. When you're firm, right?
I just kept meeting more and more people. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe in yourself, other people believe in you too.
That's true.
And I want to inspire people to do the same.
I love that.
Who was the painter that said, if you believe you can't paint, then paint, and it makes it so?
I've actually heard that.
Exactly,
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's the same thing for me with music. I've always loved music, but I never felt that I had the talent or even just the capacity to put melodies together or to feel things that was different to what I was hearing. Because a good example is lyrics, vocal-driven music. When I was young, when you're young and you listen to those types of songs that you're not supposed to listen to and you don't know what they're saying, but you're singing along. And those things have a way of getting into your subconscious. And I noticed that a lot of the music would shift me being a heavy empath. Like, I'll go from here to here to here if you ever look at my music library. But my point is that when I decided to start finding what made my rhythm move and started digging deep into that, I really started to connect with everything and find a grounding for myself, like a belief. You know what I mean? And the thing is that I had to also start putting out music without getting that receptivity. I had to be the person to be like, hey, high five, you did another one. And dance to, like, you guys have no idea how much I dance to my own music when I'm making it after I finished it, how many times I listen to it. But one of the most important things is that validation, the most important is you validating yourself.
There's a TED talk called Fake It Until You Make It. And I used to teach at university. I taught at university for a few years. And I never really thought about that, but are we really faking it until we make it, or are we just not believing in ourselves until we get that information from other people? But we do actually have it there the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that you can't conceptualize something that isn't from within yourself.
Exactly.
So,
and until you do it.
Yeah, if you can think it, then you can do it.
There's
it's
a reason
just that
why
belief that needs to catch up.
been put in your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we think that all these ideas everyone else has, but sometimes certain ideas have been placed in your mind and they've just been, reminding you over time.
Little
but then we don't really like pay attention to them. But then at some point, like what we have all done, we have dug into it. We've looked inwards and said, what is this saying to me? How is it asking me to express myself? So, yeah.
And that fake it till you make it thing, I love the behave it till you make it. So I
behave it till you make it.
Yeah, totally.
Look at us flipping the script.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm always playing games with myself to be like, okay,
You
today
have
we're a
to.
rich bitch. Let's go back in.
Love it.
All right. Okay. Next question. Back to you, Jules.
Okay.
All right. As an empowered woman, what is your source of energy?
You'd think I would have thought about this. Love and fun. Love for myself, which has taken me a long time to come to in a way that is much more gritty and real. All of the bits of myself, including being a woman.
Yeah.
All of the bits that were too much or not enough for most of my life, I now own and I freaking love. Love for those that are close to me. Love for complete strangers and just compassion for them. I have a belief that even when people are doing shitty things, I believe that foundationally we're all doing the best that we can in the moment with what we can, what we know, what we're capable of. So love and fun, joy. Joy being appreciation through all of the sensories. I was a self-proclaimed hedonist as of about 15 years ago. But again, not in that healthy way, unhealthy way. Just enjoying the senses, beautiful things, beautiful people, beautiful sensations, beautiful music, beautiful food, beautiful,
Life is to experience.
Agreed. That stuff really feeds me.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
No worries. worries.
All right, Chloe.
What was the question?
I can't remember it either. I just answered it.
Did I answer the question?
As an empowered woman, what is your source of energy?
I think my source of energy is my body, coming back to my body. Because what I've found is my mind can lie to me. I'm really good at problem solving. I can out-talk any situation if I don't want to do it. But if I feel into my body has that true sense of what's right and what's wrong. And I have been working on strengthening my intuition for years. And the more I use it, the stronger it gets. And so that intuition, I feel like when you use that with your logic, you're using your full intelligence. So listening to your body and listening to your mind. But if you sit with yourself and ask a question, you really know. It's like when you are in a bad relationship and you know, but it takes you years to get out of it. But your body knew it probably from the first date. So really listening to your body really, I guess, helps you make great decisions. And so finding the time and the space, because I think doing a lot really makes you run from your own power. Sitting with yourself, slowing down, finding joy. It's not even just slowing down. It's just, sometimes it's just having fun is creating emotional safety within yourself to really listen to yourself.
So,
but so much wealth in that body of yours. It's an honor to have one, so use it.
Right? And we create that space for others so readily.
Yeah.
I was literally speaking with someone about that yesterday, that when we feel uncomfortable emotions, we're so quick to rah.
Yeah.
We would never do that for someone we love or someone we're speaking to. And we do it for ourselves all the time.
Talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend, right?
Definitely. Before I move on to Louise, so because you said talking about body, you being a dancer, ultimate dancer, when did you first discover that it was more you having to connect with your body?
I think since I was a kid.
Okay.
I was always dancing and I didn't realize, I guess at the time, it just felt natural. And you see babies, just the way they move to music, it's just natural, I think, for everyone. We just let, I guess, the world tell us we're not good at it, but it's so natural and everyone does it so differently. But I forgot the questions.
No, that's quite. I think you answered it.
I can keep talking, but I'll stop.
All right, Louise. So you want me to repeat again?
Yes, please.
All right.
I'm going. I agree. What can I add on to this? Because that's me too.
Yeah. It's amazing the common things that we all share, and how we can learn from each other. All right. The question is, as an empowered woman, what is your source of energy?
So you have to love yourself, and you have love, and I want to add on to that the positivity, the positive energy. So for me, I try and keep away from negative energy and negative people because I want to do things from my heart. So connecting to my soul is really important, and this is what I'm going to add on to the love, the body, and accepting that natural movement and connection, and connection to music through your body. So the soul. So I'm going to add on the soul and positive energy. And so I try and connect that to love. And whatever I do intentionally comes from a good place. So if people misinterpret that, that's nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
And then I steer towards those people that have that positive love and energy to radiate. To me, it's like this radiation of the sun's rays. Keep away from the darkness, move towards the light. And exactly with body, soul, energy, and love.
And that also comes part of when you talk about it, you've got to be selfish.
Well, that's self-love.
Self-love. It's like having to say no matter what is going on externally, I've got to manage myself and my emotions. Because one thing that I also have been learning myself is that it's okay when you're at home, when you're zen, you just come out of your meditation and you're holding yourself strong, you're connected. When you go into the world, when you start to get triggered and all these different things make you feel certain things, one thing that I'm working on is being that constant, steady energy, no matter what, and knowing that even if something may just prod me or trigger me, that I can return back to that energy and things like that.
Yeah, I always think of my grounding. So it's getting out there and absorbing that energy and giving energy, and then pulling back and grounding. And I believe in routine. If we don't want to talk practicalities here, routine is very important. So it took up meditation to me. Meditation is the routine that I do to ground myself each day. So being at the gym, as you know.
That's what I was actually going to
me
mention that,
is a grounding with the music and just focusing, because it's to me it's like a meditation. People often ask you, oh, how do you keep so fit? Well, it's part of my routine. It's my grounding.
I do it for me.
I think it keeps you present as well.
That's right. It is. Yeah.
Like for myself, even with my training, I stopped training a long time ago. The reason why I train is to keep me happy. Yeah. Everything else is a benefit. You know what I mean?
Any exercise for me, same deal. Same deal.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in the gym and I put my music in, because we all believe that music keeps us grounded, I believe it's connected to your soul as well. That's a form of meditation.
It is. You know, even just that music makes you go within. You know what I mean? And sometimes within is a scary place. But with music helps you go within and process certain things. You know, so I love that.
Do you mind if I touch on the meditation? Because I think this is such a valuable conversation to have, because so many people have, and we all have beliefs about all sorts of things, but there's so many beliefs that you have to be able to sit still, you have to be able to quiet your mind, not have thoughts. And the thing that I really love about, one of the many things that I love about meditation is it's not about, excuse me, it's not about necessarily shifting state or the benefit that you get in the moment. It is actually a skill that you're practicing in that moment for daily life. So whatever you're focusing on, for me it's mostly mindfulness meditation. So most times I'll be focusing on the breath. So it's about those thoughts, okay, and come back to the breath. I just thought about that, or come back to the breath. And then when you're out there in daily life and stuff triggers you, you know, stop pushing my buttons, or why have you got so many buttons? You know, when stuff triggers you, your brain is already well skilled in unhooking from that and coming back to self. So it's such an amazing skill to have, and I think that's an important conversation. I hope you don't mind me interjecting.
Not at all. Interject.
You can always cut it out.
And all right, awesome. So we have 2 more questions each. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, Jules,
yes.
you ready? You just stopped talking, but now I'm going to make you talk again. Through your given purpose, how do you aim to empower other women?
You're going first is hard. Yeah. How do empowering
I can take
other
over
women.
if you like.
Oh, do you want to? There we go.
Yeah.
Is that
Go for it.
okay?
Yeah.
Empowering other women. Okay. So when I was younger, I never did the makeup, the nails, the hair, the clothes that actually made me attractive as a woman. I never did all that. And I do it now. And I will do it, and I will not let anyone question me about that, because what I found that when I embrace that femininity and be really feminine, I actually get compliments from a lot of women. And so I will share that. Yes, this is what I did. This is how you do this. And this is where I got this. And I like to share how to make other women more beautiful too.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's how
I love that.
Would you like to go now, Jill?
Thank you. Yeah, you've really, really helped. You know how you said before it's difficult when we go first, because you're like, that and that.
I'm having
the opposite of going first, because I say something and then and I'm like, I want to talk again.
Just hold on for a sec. I wanted to quickly just ask. So I believe also, you know, just putting yourself out there and like all the amazing shoots you do, that's inspiring for others, in the sense that, you know, some can look at it and be like, I wish I could do that. But there's some people who are sitting at home being like, wow, that's the sign that I needed. And it's great that you do that, and you have so many dynamics in the different photo shoots that you do. Because also just me, admiring is that it opens up my perception to the possibilities of things that I've never thought of before. So I wanted to just say that it's a great job in just putting yourself out there, because that inspires women to do things that they're too scared to do. That
I didn't realize I was having
that leap of faith.
I didn't realize I was having that impact, but I've had some comments and I've had people share. I can see sharing, and I was like, "Wow, I'm actually helping people."
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I've always wanted to help people, but now I'm doing it in a way that's creative.
Yeah.
And I get energy from that, and I hope other people also go on and have the confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like social media a little bit. Something that I had to get real with myself about is that because like how you can hide likes on your Instagram post.
I never do that. If I don't get many, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm being real.
I used to do that because I was like, obviously I didn't want to show people that I was not getting any engagement.
Yeah.
But then that whole thing of validation came back to me, and I was like, as long as I'm being consistent, one day when I make it, people will come back and look at everything that I've done, rather than me waiting for that one perfect project, or that, like a project that happens every 3 months or 6 months type of thing. So yeah, just coming back to that, inspiring people just in the sense of like when they see you doing things and taking steps, I feel when I see something like that happen and consistently, I feel inspired. And I've seen that with what you do.
Because it's a journey.
It is.
And a journey's not perfect. So how can you learn unless you make mistakes anyway? And I see it like a visual diary. And I want a record of my visual diary. I want to see where I've grown.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people hide them, and some people pay for their likes. That's not real, and that's why I think people want to see more real content.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I connect with what you do. It's very similar to what Naz was saying, and it also links back to what you were speaking about earlier about soul. Because what absolutely inspires me, or what just makes me go wow every time, is the absolute. I mean, the makeup and all of the visuals are amazing, but you absolutely embody the soul and energy of every persona that you take on, and the way that you connect with that allows me to connect with you even more strongly. I love it.
Oh wow, that's amazing! And remember, it's not me; it's a team. Because it's always, to me, I like to acknowledge everyone. So it's the photographers, it's the editing that's done, and the makeup artists. So it's everybody. I'm all about acknowledging everyone, of course.
Yeah, definitely, 100.
And I agree. And I think all I'm saying in this point is that with you then bringing your soul to it in full, you are stepping fully in. You're not holding anything back. I think. Again, not to diminish any of those, and you then help to bring it truly to life.
It's such a relief, though, I think, when we do this. Don't you think so? That we are able to be ourselves.
Yeah,
I want to encourage more people to be themselves.
You mentioned that it brings you energy, and I really think that's a key indicator in anything you do in life. If it's bringing you energy, it's for you.
Amen. Yep. And can I answer your question now? I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Let's get in. ADHD? No. What would make you say such a thing? Because speaking about being yourself, so again, for such a long time, I had held myself back. Absolutely none of this crazy stuff. None of this great. Oh, you can't see my sunflower earrings. Oh, there we go. And again, it was that breaking down process and finding the things that fed me energy, and actually just getting to the point where I just didn't actually have the energy to give a toss what other people thought. And I've had some fabulous friends and people around me encourage me, and family, to truly be myself. And it's been one of the things that actually promoted it was actually even in my business. The more I try to people please with any of the messaging that I'm putting out there, the more I'm diluting my message and speaking to the people who will actually get me. And so the more me I am, the happier I am, the more like-minded souls are drawn into my realm. It's amazing.
That's so symbolic.
That's
you're
what I
wearing
want for
sunflowers, because on my Facebook, Has anyone, your friends?
We've
I don't know
spoken about it.
It says when sunflowers can't find sun, they turn towards each other.
Oh,
That's why I have a tattoo of a
wow.
tattoo.
I want
to
a
get one
sunflower
too.
tattoo now.
And because the thing that first, and I've learned a little bit more about them since, and I know it's not all sunflowers that do it, but young sunflowers, as we know, they follow the sun. And at a time when there was a lot of darkness in my life, I could have, excuse me, taking the coaching perspective to it, I could have focused on that and just continued attracting more of what I was focusing on. Or I could have chosen, I'm not ignoring it, it's there, it's part of life, but I choose to focus my energy and my attention on the sun, on the beautiful things that I appreciate, on where the positive energies are. And again, yes, the darkness is there, but the darkness is what makes the light all the brighter.
So bright.
Yeah. Yeah, so that.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think my Facebook has sunflowers on it too. I'll have to check. I never go on it.
See, I'm older, so I live on it.
All right, Chloe, you ready to answer? Do you want me to ask again?
Yes.
All right. Through your given purpose, how do you aim to empower other women?
I really want to create a space where women can come to when they feel they need it.
Yeah.
Maybe an online space, I'm thinking right now, and just come and go when you feel you need it, because lessons come up more than once.
Yeah.
And then we shift and then we learn new lessons, and sometimes we need to remember the old lessons. So just a space where people can come to work through whatever they're working through and shift and find joy again and remember who they are. So I think, that's really where I'm going, because with my dance school, that was a place where women could come whenever they liked to really remember who they are. And with, I guess, everyone, but I feel like women, because that's my experience, we're constantly told things, even if it's subliminally, like we're not safe in our bodies, in the outside world, and just kind of rewriting all that patterns that we have adopted. And those patterns change depending on which generation you're in. So it's really going to be a space for everyone, and I want them to be intuitively led to what they need in the moment.
And now when it comes to dance, for the ladies out there who would like to know about your dancing, when is the time right to reach out?
When you feel like you're not ready.
Okay. I feel that. That's straight up,
when
right?
it scares
that's straight,
you
that's
so
straight
much.
Up, right.
Hey, Chloe.
Yeah. She's ready.
Awesome. And just to give an idea of the space that you provide for them in your classes, what's that like?
For me, if I'm doing a beginner's class, it's very lighthearted, very laugh at yourself, have fun with yourself. Definitely film yourself as well, because you're going to get better. Everyone starts somewhere. If it's a more embodied class, then we do go a little bit deep. There might be crying, there might be screaming. It's just it's a way to connect with your body. So I do hold different types of classes for different things, but all of it is centered around finding yourself, because there's different aspects of yourself. And I do find that sometimes we just need something light to prove to ourselves that we can do it. And then sometimes we need to be in a room with other women and actually hear their stories and where they're coming from, because I know when I express my dark feminine, I feel like it's not me sometimes, but the other women see that within me. So that's like affirming, and that's for everyone in the class. And it's really cool experience, those sorts of classes. But it's definitely something you need to be called to.
True. Awesome. And you are that calling.
Yes, come to me.
I love that light playfulness that you bring. Because again, I don't know the truth of other generations, but from my experience, stepping into that sensuality and sexuality was very much something that was not socially appropriate. Out and about. So you know, it's kind of scary for me to consider. And as you know, it's something I've been talking in the background, but I should go do it.
Yeah.
And the idea of filming myself is, but actually I love that. Being playful around that, I think, provides more permission. To start exploring
exactly.
that.
Because I went through the same sort of thing, and that was very much my journey. And what will people think of me? What will my family think of me? And but I think the more you do it, the less scary it gets.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also the more you give yourself permission, because you're like, actually, I love this. This is a part of me. And, you know.
It's a beautiful way to move. And like, I'll do it at home. And I might step into it a little bit on a dance floor, but only to a certain degree. But actually getting into a space where that's what everyone's doing, you can just go ham with it.
Yeah. So I do a lot of twerk and exotic dance.
I know, I've seen you. I've seen
Okay.
it. But I was just thinking this thing about like other generations and accepting it. The thing is that if you look tribally, traditionally, at the way that people dance and express themselves, that's how you do. It's a celebration. You know, it's connection to community. It's connection to your body. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Agreed.
Definitely, like shaking your hips has been known to give you a better connection with God. So
Let's do it.
let's do it. That's how we bring life force into this world. So
Let's own it.
Yeah.
Right.
Enjoy it.
Awesome. Okay. One more question.
oh wait, have you answered this question yet?
Yeah, I've helped myself.
Okay.
How can I answer this now?
She took a slice of cake.
And ate the whole thing.
All right. The last question is that's stuck because of a magnet. To you, what is living and acting through your divine feminine energy, and how do you plan to keep this going?
2 questions. I can't remember one. What is living through my
Let me ask you the
divine
first
energy,
one.
feminine energy?
To you, what is living and acting through your divine feminine energy?
I think I feel. Firstly, it's using feel language more than think language, bringing the heart into it more, because that's, again, been a part of me that was sort of, you know, not necessarily allowed to show so much or appreciated. I think largely it is really just me being absolutely me. And, you know, when I was married, logically and I guess traditionally, my husband had the very strong masculine energy and I was the feminine. And when that marriage broke down, it was kind of weird, but I stepped into that masculine energy because I had to manage everything. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the India RE song, Back to the Middle. If you haven't heard it, it's a selection of little stories. So I feel like I've come from the feminine into the masculine, and now I feel like I'm back in the middle. There's no shame in expressing the way that I feel about something. If I'm in a conversation with someone and I'm talking about my treatment history or someone who I love who, you know, for example, my dad passed recently. If I'm talking about that and my eyes well up, I don't bother trying to hide that. You know, I'm much better at listening to and paying attention to my emotions. They guide me, they inform me. They're such a valuable part of me. And I think it's owning all of that and honouring it better, much better.
Definitely owning it. Okay. Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right. Chloe, you want me to ask again?
I think I remember
Okay, cool.
the idea of the question, but it's very similar. It's making decisions from my higher self, and a lot of that has to do with connecting to heart. There's so much research coming out about the intelligence of the heart. It's almost overwhelming. It's like we didn't know this existed. We thought we were just all up here, but it's but it's everywhere. And I think just sitting with yourself, your emotions are these markers that are telling you what's right and what's wrong, and just knowing and having that discernment on, is that fear for a reason that is going to help me, or is it going to motivate me? So sitting with yourself, journaling, meditating, feeling it in your body, and just really not feeling too rushed to make a decision, especially if it's a big decision.
Definitely.
Giving yourself grace, because so much we think like, oh, this person's waiting on this and this person's waiting on that, but at the end of the day, it's all divine timing, so don't rush it.
I feel that. Awesome.
I don't know if I answer the question.
Just remember it.
Yeah, I
You
forgot it.
went completely in the opposite direction.
Did I?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Okay.
Is it about being feminine and how to
yeah.
extend that? How are you going to continue that?
Yeah, to you, what is living and acting through your divine feminine energy, and how do you plan to continue it?
Okay, so adding on, because of course I'd be doing the same,
Yeah.
instinct. Because I ignored my instinct for so long, and as soon as I tapped into my instinct, things went right.
Yeah.
Even if you had the naysayers, even if you had the people criticize you, it's instinct. And then it's being real and doing things from the heart and doing things honestly and authentically.
Yeah.
And that's how I continue it. And on a side note, what I love to do is when I go out, and the meeting room for all women is the toilets.
And
ladies' toilets. And sometimes it's the highlight of my night when I go out to be feminine. And we're talking about how I'm going to continue that femininity. We have these secret little discussions in the toilets.
about everything. All
We gather.
Men go, what are you doing in there? We are uplifting each other and saying how wonderful we look. I love your dress. Where did you get it from? So sorry, that was just a little
I literally
side
was
note.
texting
I
someone
think they're
last week
important.
about whether or not we have sex in heaven. I was like, I bloody hope there's sex in heaven. I think heaven is about whatever lights you up. So, like.
Because that's how we continue our femininity, by lifting each other up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. Awesome. Okay. Coco, what's the time?
11:31.
All right. Okay, so I think I am going to wrap up for now. But it's been so amazing having you ladies on this interview podcast thingamajiggy.
What should we call it?
But yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking part in this. As you know, Naz has got so many ideas sometimes, and is always having to ground down and bring energy and ideas back to an alignment. But thank you for your patience, first of all. And thank you for sharing your stories, because that means so much to me, because this was my purpose and my goal, to allow you guys to share your stories, to empower and inspire those who are watching you and are waiting for a sign. And I believe all three of you individually are doing amazing things. So thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
us.
Naz, for having
You're
us on
welcome.
and getting to
Yeah.
meet each other and know each other
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
And for this
awesome.
project, it's
Yeah.
this whole celebration
Yeah.
of.
It's going to be
women and
amazing.
feminine energy is
I can
beautiful.
feel it, and I even getting goosebumps
Me
right
too,
now.
I
Can
did
you
listen
see
to
that?
both of these amazing.
I know that divine timing, amazing project is going to come from this, and I can't wait to celebrate with all of you.
Likewise.
All right. So on that note, thanks for tuning into the 6K Dreamstate, the Venus Touch. Catch us soon on your screens, because it's going to be amazing. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.